Hopefully that's doing well. All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Honest Hour. And tonight we got a very special guest in the building. My man, this is my guy here. We just met pretty literally in the green room, but we've been promoting all week. He is a up and coming, but pretty established still hip hop artist. He's got a real strong message. He really embodies what music is, and he has recently released a project named Internal Conflict. Give it up for the one and only Carlito Black.
Going on, going
How
on.
you how you doing this evening, my brother?
I can't complain, bro. Just to be alive is always a blessing. Just to make another difference in the world too.
Absolutely, especially on this tough election day, because Lord, man, all day I've been hearing this, that, and that, and that. I'm like, yo, I don't even want to hear it no more. I don't
I
want to hear.
agree.
I don't want to hear none of
I
this.
agree.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to do nothing about it. Like I am done. I am out. I'm out of it. So, all right. So we gonna just get right into it. We're gonna talk about everything about you and your music. So, little background for the viewers. Um, so I got a guy from Detroit. His name's Ryan. He goes by the name R&B,
Shout
and
out my God, my God. Shout out to him.
he was on the show. He was on the show not too a couple months back, and he had actually he found me because of this show. He found me, and I had a friend of mine named Cortland on here, Cortland Christensen, and we were talking about purpose, and I clipped that and just threw it through my feed, and he ran into it. He just came across it scrolling through Instagram, and then he reached out to me to be a part of, he wanted to uh, come on to his show. So I went on to the big 3 man talk podcast. And then he came on to my show. And then he and Reese came on together. And then he started being like a revolving guest on my sports show that I do on Mondays. And now he's a permanent host. So we talk every day. And he hits me and he goes, "Yo, man," he's like, "I gotta tell you something." He called me at that. So I'm like, "What's up?" He's like, "Yo, man, I know you know music, and there's this guy I know, man. I talk to him a lot through the realm. Carlito Black, he's from New York. And he'd be a good person for you to interview." So I literally reached out to you right after as I was talking to him. Like literally, I'm like, all right, I trust your judgment. So I just was like, all right, let's do it. So, and then that now we're here. So shout out to him.
Yeah, salute to him once again. That's the bro right there. I definitely got to make a trip down there to go see him. I told him I was gonna come out there.
Yeah, me and my other co-hosts from my sports show, we're talking about some stuff and trying to bridge the gap between us. And we're talking about going out there. I've never been there, so be
Me
something.
neither. So
Maybe we can make it a group thing, man. Get
let's
out
do
there.
it.
So, nonetheless, you are originally from Brooklyn.
I was born in Virginia, partially raised there, but I was raised like majority of the rest of my life is in Brooklyn.
Okay. So, how old were you when you moved from Virginia up here to Brook or to Brook?
Teen, teenager.
Teenager. Okay. So, what were your experiences like in Virginia, and how much of a cultural shock was it when you moved to New York?
Um, in Virginia, I lived in Newport News, aka Bad News. That's the name it go by. It really, except for the fast pace and everything moving the way it moves, as far as like now you got subways and everything like that, and like the project buildings is more bigger than the ones where I come from in Newport News. But it really wasn't because I lived in like the area I lived in Newport News. It wasn't no different from Brooklyn. It was like
Okay.
rough, rugged, all that stuff like that. Only difference is it was more you more so get jumped or shot in Newport News compared to Brooklyn. It's like you get jumped, shot, or stabbed. So it's like
Yeah.
kind of yeah, got to be more alert for that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Because when I hear Southern states, I have family from Tennessee, but when I hear Southern states, I think like more segregated, more maybe not always calm because different places, but the South is different in most cases than somewhere in New York.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
with Virginia, it's like in the middle on the East Coast because like if you look at Virginia, then you got everything going up north, and then you got everything going deeper down south. So right there, like Virginia is right there in the middle because a lot of people from New York come to Virginia. Like people from New York or Jersey, they come to Virginia in the same way. Like a lot of people from Georgia, they'll come to Virginia. So Virginia is just like in the middle.
okay, yeah. One of my best friends just moved from New York down there to fulfill her dream in a sense, and she's doing it. So I ain't mad at her. Okay, so that makes sense then. So it wasn't too much of a hard transition or a cultural shock for you. It was
No,
kind of
it wasn't. A lot of people, like a lot of my, like me being that young and making that transition. A lot of people was like, oh, they didn't know like how I was going to do. Like, oh, you from here, that's up here, and like how you going like adapt. But once I came up here, it wasn't much. I'm more of an observant person anyway. I don't just jump out there. I'm more of an observant person, so I can learn how to move and what I need to do. And that's all it was. It was just like a learning lesson for me. I had to learn how to what train to take to go to this place and what neighborhood is like the neighborhood like you should be like cautious walking through. So it was a learning experience.
right, right, and you have to you have to kind of figure it out as you go in a sense.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not always going to be easy or simple or things of that nature. So, growing up, what was your family like? Are you an only child? Did you live with both parents, one parent?
Um, I am not an only child. I'm the second oldest of five. Altogether, it's five of us. I'm the second oldest. My father, he passed. He passed away when I was 3 years old. He was murdered when I was three.
Sorry.
So he was. I appreciate that, bro. So it was me, my mother, my brothers, and my stepfather. He came in my life when I was young. So it was crazy. Anything you would expect, you just try to kind of for my mother, it was just more so I got like five boys, no girls, and like these are all boys who gonna grow up testosterone, all that stuff like that. So even with me being the second oldest, like, but amongst my brothers, I'm more so like I move like the oldest because I'm like the big tough one compared to all of them. So it's like even my stuff, I had certain tasks and certain things I had to do, and I had to move like in a certain way because it always for me, it always been like you got to set the example. It,
Absolutely.
it, it was it was hectic for anybody growing up in the inner cities, growing up in the ghetto, things like that. You what you see in the house ain't what you see when you step out that door. So it's like once you step out that door, then you exposed to a lot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, okay. So is that and I can kind of hear the things that you're saying so far in your music, right?
Yeah.
There's a really like deep divulge into okay, like there are certain artists when you hear what they say, right, and you close your eyes, you can visualize what they're saying, right? There are other
Absolutely.
artists that when they say things, you can feel it. Like you may not have gone through it, but you can feel it. And that's what I get from your music is what you're saying, I can feel, even though I haven't been through it. I say that to kind of lead into the music section. But what was your first experience with hip hop? What is the first album or song that you recall listening to?
I actually grew up with my mom playing hip hop from all over the place. If it wasn't Rakim and Eric B, then you'll get some Uncle Luke over here. Then you might get the Ghetto Boy, Scarface, Tupac, Biggie, of course, Slick Rick, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, N.W.A. It was a mixture. It was definitely a mixture, and it just like kind of like shaped me because I'm listening to all this, and it's like different styles. It's all rap, hip hop, but it's all different type of styles. It's nothing is the same, and it's just like, all right, I'm like, I became a fan and started to fall in love with. 'Em. Like, all right, like over here in this section over the East Coast, the certain dialogue. Down south, the dialogue. West Coast, Midwest, and it's like, all right, this is cool because you got people switching it up, doing different things with it. So I just like got more in tune with it and just kept falling in love with hip hop in general.
All right, okay, and that's really a time where music was different. Like
Yeah,
listening to those guys, you starting off with Eric B and Rakim. You listening to those guys, and and that epitome of hip hop, right? Um, that's something that opens up your mind differently because like
absolutely.
cats ain't rapping like that now. They're not. There's no heart in it like those guys put into it. With that being said, who were some of your influences?
Um, DMX, um, Eminem, Tupac, Biggie, Jadakiss, Jay Z. Um, honestly, the list go on. Bone Thugs and Harmony, Snoop, Dr. Dre, just a long list of artists that kind of because like certain artists are 50, I can't forget about him, Lloyd Banks, just that whole movement because the more I grew up and just seeing the elevation and the evolution of hip hop in general, the more lyrical artists and the ones who like especially DMX who put pain in his music and things such as that, it's like I'm just absorbing all that because I'm like this is it was so many different places I seen hip hop go when it came to certain artists. It was hard for me not to gravitate all over the place.
Right, right. Okay, okay. I'm not, yeah, and and it's very easy when you have all that. So with that said, like I said, we're newly acquainted. I don't know if you were able to take any time to watch any other old shows back or
Yeah,
watch some
I watched a
clips.
couple. I made sure I watched a couple.
So you kind of probably know where I'm going with this. We're about to play the game that everyone hates. They love it, but they hate it. I call it honest picks. I'm gonna give you two artists, and you just tell me which one you like based off personal preference. There's no like whichever one you like better. That's what we're gonna. That's what how we just do it.
Let's do it.
So I'm gonna start off with Biggie or DMX.
I have to go. Well, I have to go with Biggie. I have to go with Biggie.
Okay.
A lot of my Brooklyn people gonna say I'm biased, but hey, fuck it. Yeah, I gotta go with Biggie.
You like who you like, Tupac or Nas?
I gotta get I gotta get out to Pop. I was more of a Pop fan growing up in Nas.
Okay, okay. Kanye West or Jay Z?
Jay Z definitely. I definitely gotta go with Jay. Wouldn't be no Kanye without Jay.
That's true. That's true. Ice Cube or Snoop Dogg?
Ice Cube definitely. No Vaseline.
Greatest
No
diss
Vaseline.
track ever.
That's what I keep telling people. Vicious.
Yeah, everyone they be on this not like us thing. I'm like, this ain't no. I
I
just
like I
can't.
heard that too. I'm like, oh, they was like this. I'm like, no, it's not. I'm like, yeah. All the history of great diss tracks. I'm like, y'all bugging. Y'all can't do that.
That like I don't even put not like us in the top 10.
It's not.
Like but to each its own. Rakim or KRS One?
Man, I gotta go with K. No, I gotta go with Rakim. I was about thinking about it. That one is a difficult one because I'm a fan of them both, but Rakim is just that's Rakim. That
Rock
he part of the reason I rap the way I rap. I can't go against Rakim.
Andre 3000 or Black Thought?
Oh, Black Thought, Court Black Thought. He's man, a lyrical genius.
And under not appreciated enough either.
Yeah,
You know, but
he's underrated, very underrated. He deserves more credit. He's a monster.
yeah, like there's he's very not spoken about, right? Like we get it. He's part of a group, and it's harder to be on that wavelength in a group, but he stands out. Like he
Nah, he
stands.
definitely doing.
So like people, I just don't think enough people are paying attention to the lines and the lyrics and what he embodies or brings to the table. Buster Rhymes or Ghostface Killer?
Uh, See, I'm man, damn that one.
Oh, finally, yes, finally got
Oh
one.
man,
I got to get at least one.
oh man. All right, I'll I'll literally I had like with this one. That's damn. I had to go with Bus. I had to go with Bus just off of Tribe Called Quest. Like that scenario that verse he had on scenario,
Oh
man.
man, listen. I was listening to that verse today, and I was
Bus,
listening like I've heard it, but today for some reason I decided to listen, like just really divulge into that verse, and I'm just like, yo, like when you think about, I'm like, yo, this has to be one of the top 10 greatest featured verses like ever, like, like yo,
that on scenario, Busta Rhymes was ahead of his time when he spit that verse. He went off and like a lot of people they don't credit him for that verse. He went off on that just that beat alone and the energy he brought because you had everybody else. They had more of a calm flow, but when it came to him, he just went into a whole nother zone.
he just was like, y'all are here, I gotta go above.
Exactly.
The Game or Big Sean? To R&B said got him in the comments. I gotta figure out how to get him on the screen here. I got Instagram open.
Oh man, Game of Big Sean. Oh man, that uh right now and just for now, I'm gonna say the Game. And the only reason I'm saying the Game because I feel like Big Sean is a dope. ass artist. I feel like he's a very powerful artist, but I think he still gotta turn it up for me because every song with Big Sean, it's the same approach, the same energy. He got more of that. He got more. I know he got more. He got the lyrics. He got the ball. He got all that. But I need that energy. I understand Big Sean Dunk, whatever. I need more energy. I need to hear them words. I need to hear him. Like he too cool.
He do be chilling. My only thing with the game is I feel like he's starting to tank. Like if you're
He
going
started.
side by side, like they're like now I'm a little biased. I ain't gonna lie. Like I got like Big Sean. I'm just biased. I ain't gonna hold you. Like he's just one like me. People think I'm crazy, but for me it's J Cole and then it's Big Sean. And yeah, people get mad because I put him ahead of Kendrick, but that's just my personal
No,
preference.
I like, and this is people don't kill me. I always said J. Cole was a better artist than Kendrick Lamar. J. Cole is has substance, bars, lyrics. Do he can do it all. You gotta get credit where it's due. And as far as catalog wise, come on now, man. Ain't nobody if you ask me who I'm listening to on the road trip, I'm going with J. Cole. Plain and simple. I'm going to J. Cole. Kendrick Lamar, he be throwing me off with the moaning and his ad libs and certain things like that. And like he, don't get me wrong, Kendrick is a good lyricist, but he hasn't proved himself to the standard J. Cole has. J. Cole has literally proven he's one of them top guys because he will go against who you say is a valid lyricist or up there with him, and he'll show you. He'll show you his level.
Absolutely.
You can't say Kendrick is something because he's going against Drake. Drake, like no disrespect to Drake, but he don't write his music, so it's like you can't go against somebody who's a certified artist. It's like a lot of people be getting it misconstrued. Like you have artists and you have entertainers slash performers.
Right.
If you're not writing your own music, you cannot say you're an artist. You're an entertainer. You're a performer because you're performing somebody else's work. But with J. Cole, that's all him. He even produced some of his beats. So
Oh,
you can't come on.
he does it all. Well, I'll skip that one on the list. Big Daddy Kane or LL Cool J?
Big Daddy Kane.
R&B
Big
says
Daddy Kane.
name drops too much. Eminem or Lil Wayne?
Uh man, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go with him. Yeah, like if you ain't like I tell people, that man 50 years old, 50, 51. You gotta listen to anybody that pushes the hip hop culture like he does, and he ain't the only one, but he's one of the people that pushes hip hop, actual hip hop, and it ain't too many rap artists that's doing the same for the culture. It's
Right.
like it's more gimmicks than anything, but with him, he actually you can't like that man to tell you where his influences and everything came from, and you'll see it within his style, and he just pushed the culture to a certain extent that I salute and I appreciate. No disrespect to Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is a great artist in itself, but I look at who's doing more for the culture, who's contributing more.
M definitely has solidified his name, even though people don't want to give him the credit. Big L or Big Pun?
Ah, damn. 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 Oh man. You got that's the Bronx in, that's all of them. Oh man. Damn. Shit.
You can pick both, or you can say neither as well.
I'll say both. I'll say both. Cause I got a big pun. I've been a fan of his since he first came out and Dead in the Little Middle. I like since that. I'm like so. And with Big L, like he one of those kings of metaphors and wordplay. Like a lot of people, I'm just mad he didn't get his time because
Mm-hmm.
if Big L and Big Pun was still here, oh man, definitely a lot of
We
people would definitely be on the edge of the seats for their spots.
we definitely having another conversation about the goats and stuff of that nature. Most Def or Talib Kweli?
Most def put out more work, and most def is nasty.
Black on both sides against anything in Talib Kweli's catalog for me. But I can't even hold him. The album Talib dropped this year was fire. Can't even hold him.
Yeah, I'm a fan of his too, but most def he didn't put out some shit. I'll never forget. I forgot what song he did when he was talking about the chick. But that I gotta find that. But I like from there, I'm like, oh man,
Oh yeah, he's that dude. Q-Tip or Ti?
I gotta give it to Ti. Ti done put that work in. Q-Tip, he a dope artist, but I wish he had put more work out. Ti, that man, then people gotta give credit where it's due. Ti, people be thinking because he down. Ti is nasty. He a dope artist. He got some. You gotta listen to his catalog.
Absolutely, absolutely. Paper Trail is one of my favorite.
Same here.
That one, King. Oh gosh, there was another
Paper
one.
Trail and King was King. He would like it's so much. He did it all on that one. Then he got some beats that he matched the energy on it, and he so yeah.
Absolutely. Lupe Fiasco or Common?
I got to get out to Common. Common put way more work in it, and Common when it gets to West Coast by himself. So salute to him. That was a dangerous game for him to do that. He went against the West Coast by himself.
Just mad out of pocket.
You went against Ice Cube, Mac 10, and Dub C by yourself, especially Ice Cube. That's a problem on his own.
You ain't lying. Jada Kiss or Fab?
Oh man, yeah. See, see, I like I'm a. This is the thing. I'm a huge Fab and Jada fan, and I'm more of a Fab fan. But I gotta give it. I gotta give credit where credit due. Jada, I gotta give it to Jada. Jada is a see what people keep people say hip hop and rap is a young man's game or whatever the case may be. That's a lie. Because majority of these dudes that's in their late 30s, 40s, 50s, they still out rapping the younger gen and they doing it in an energetic, powerful way. To see people come out at 40 something years old and be like, these young dudes can't mess with me and Jada be doing that. Jada be embarrassing people.
And the thing about it is this: Jada Kiss is a prime example of adapting with the times
Exactly.
and still staying relevant. Like, like, like I said, for me, Nas's 2020 run has been nothing but phenomenal. But Nas has taken a lot of gaps in his career, right? Like, there's been it,
Exactly.
like he's had, like there was between like Life is Good and I forget the album if it was the album before or after. It was like a 3 or 4 year gap without no new music. And even though Jada's not an album rapper per se, dude be on verses like killing everyone. Like I went and I looked for a bad Jada Kiss verse. I couldn't find it. It doesn't exist. I
Nah,
literally
Jada
looked.
Kiss.
I, Now there are verses where he don't go in as hard, but where he kind of just kind of like lets the artist have their shine. But Jade is that dude.
Now Jada he's a monster, and he, like I said, he got a serious habit of an embarrassing people on their records. So yeah, I
And
got
then
to give credit with definitely. Yeah, that laugh, that the signature.
you ever heard the story on that laugh?
Nah, like I heard the story, but I forgot what it was.
He was in the studio before he did the verse, and he would do that to like clear his voice before he rapped, like to and when he heard the song back, the engineer kept it, and it just stuck. So he would just do that, and it's just like, if I ever met him live, I'm like, listen, you gotta do the laugh in person, bro. I gotta
Nah,
hear it. I gotta hear it.
that's the same. I ain't gonna lie, that's the same thing. I'll probably tell the same thing. You gotta do the that like. See, I gotta get a I gotta get a track with him and certain artists. Like I definitely gotta get a record with him because I already know the energy is gonna be crazy.
Absolutely. Couple of people I know up here, like where I'm from, where Newburgh is.
Yeah,
Yeah, couple people from he's been up here a couple times. A couple people have rapped for him, so he be around. He be around. Nicki Minaj or Lil Kim?
Lil Kim all day, Brooklyn, Brooklyn. Little people be sleeping on Lil Kim because of the surgeries or whatever, but Lil Kim really set the tone for these female artists, and she don't just she be talking about certain things in her music, but Lil Kim can really rap. She can
Right.
really rap.
Definitely. Lauren Hill or Queen Latifah?
Lauryn Hill, definitely Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill beast.
Missy or Eve?
Eve.
Really?
Missy did a lot for the culture. Missy's a prominent person in the culture, but I grew up listening to Eve more than anything. Eve, Love is Blind, other like man,
Yeah, nah, a lot of people go with Missy just off of that cultural thing, So it just, me, I'm a Missy person, but I don't hold nobody.
yeah,
MC Light or Lady of Rage?
MC Light.
She was like the
Definitely,
original.
yeah,
Like,
definitely grew up listening to her more than her, Sword and Pepper, Roxanne, the MC Light definitely.
okay, okay. Rhapsody or No Name?
Man, Rhapsody.
Yeah, Rhapsody's where it's at. Nah, I love what she's doing. Definitely. Definitely. And this one, Little Sims or Shay Nayor?
I've been hearing more of a Lil Sims more than the other guy.
Well, she's a girl. Let me
Oh,
tell you, I was going through Instagram and this video came up of five like female rappers who were doing their thing. She came up, and I'm telling you, check her out. Cause I'm like, yo, you've been making music for like 8 years. Where have I been? Like, I never heard of her. I never heard of her. So, oh man. So, all right, these two I ask everyone just to make them mad. Whitney Houston or Aretha Franklin?
the only reason I'm gonna say Aretha Franklin because she the one that set the tone. Like Aretha Franklin is like the queen, and Whitney Houston is more so the princess of it. So
Okay.
people got to think of who set the like. Whitney came after Aretha with the. They both got powerful voices. They both set the tone, but Aretha she started it all. You gotta before everybody was listening to Whitney, it was Aretha. You gotta get that credit.
R&B said, "What y'all boys know about Jean Grey?" Yeah, she's definitely one that's in the archives, not mentioned like at all. And the last one, Michael Jackson or Prince?
I gotta give it to Michael. Prince didn't have that run like Michael had. Prince had some bangers, but a lot of his music he didn't put out. But Michael, he come on man. You know how many people was doing the thriller dance and trying to lean like he did on Smooth Criminal?
all, all of us, and then we all fell on the floor.
Exactly.
So, all right, that's always a good game to play. Gets everyone loose and ready to interview. So
Definitely,
back to
definitely.
it. What do you believe is the purpose of your music beyond entertainment?
My music is to impact the world. Not in a way. It's not for, like I tell people all the time. It's not for the money. It's not for the fame. Nothing like that. My music is all about the impact. I want to be amongst the greats, but at the same time, I want my music to give a message to everybody that listens to it.
So you want people to take something from your music.
Absolutely.
Okay, okay. Yeah, because you really do rap with purpose. Like there's no wasted words when you mean what you say and you say what you mean. And there's always a story behind all the there's a story behind all your songs. That's what I'm trying to get to. It's not like, oh, I'm just gonna do this or that, or um, you know, or you're just gonna fill up. Like if you want to have a project have 7 songs, but you got 5, you're not just gonna throw 2 songs on there to make it 7. You could be like, well, I guess we
Exactly.
rocking with 5. 5 is what it's gonna
But
be.
like with my music, like a lot of people don't be understanding. Like I feel like as an artist, I done heard people tell me to dumb it down, but in my sense as an artist, why not use the vocabulary and the intelligence I have? Like a lot of rappers, they'll just you get you'll get a song full damn near full of just ad-libs. With me, like I said, my purpose is I want to get your mind going. Things you may have ignored. Once you listen to one of my records, now I'm opening your eyes and I'm opening your mind. Now you see life in a whole different perspective.
Absolutely, absolutely, in ways that you're not probably even thinking about it. Talk about a personal experience that profoundly influenced your music.
Just my life in general. Before I chose to make the changes I made in my life, just being a knucklehead in the streets, gang banging, drug dealing, everything like that. You look at everything your life was going on in your life and you're not proud of it. So, because a lot of people they'll glorify, they'll brag about it all day, say this and that, but it be like kind of confusing me because I'm like, I come from that, and I'm like, it's no rewards in that at all. That that money, the jewelry, whatever the cars, none of that means anything. I'm like, you suffer more losses and more pain than anything in that lifestyle. So for
Absolutely.
me, the music was an escape. My music was my escape. Like I thank God every day for my music because if I didn't have my music, I already know it's certain things I would have done if I didn't have my music to express myself. For them times I knew I was pissed off or angry or whatever the case may be. I always have my music to go to and say, all right, I'll just write. I'll just put on the beats. I'll put on some instrumentals. I'll put on my headphones. I'll zone out. And at that moment, nothing else matters. Because if I didn't have that exit or that getaway, I would have did a lot more worse than I was doing out there.
Mm. And that's the truth for a lot of people, and not even just like people who rap. People who play sports or what have you. Sometimes you got a gift to get your a gift that helps you get out.
Absolutely.
How do you see your music fitting into the historical context of and rap hip hop, rap/hip hop, and its evolution?
The funny thing, I just had to talk for my manager. Shout out to Max. I'm talk all the time. Like at this point in my career, like I've been in this game 8 years now. I feel like you can't have a conversation about hip hop and rap. and me not be a part of it because everything I do is a contribution to it. Like I said, I don't do like majority of artists. They focus their mind on the rewards, the fame, the money, the jewelry, and all that stuff like that. I want to impact the culture in a way that I'm never forgetting, but I want to do it in a positive way. I want to be seen not only for the great things I did with my talent, but the message I spread with my talent. Because this thing I do is a gift in itself. So I want to use it to the best of my ability in the best way I can.
Okay, okay. And because and this is I got another question similar to that one, but a little different context a little later in the interview. Because like people do sometimes do what they do like for the wrong reasons, right? And
Yeah,
like to me it's just like I said, you don't rap just to rap. You're not doing it to make, like you said, to make money, or you're not doing it to just, be in the public eye. You're doing it because this is what you do. Like this is
absolutely.
you want to make an impact. Certain artists live in our minds. And you definitely are on the way to having an imprint of just of that capability. There's so many like artists who aren't heard or who aren't listened to, who have that capability in order to just stay atop their game and never lose sight of their message or their purpose. So I say that to say, how do you maintain your connection to your roots, values, and identity in an ever-changing landscape?
At the end of the day, I keep myself humble at all times. No matter how far I get in life, no matter how much I exceed my own expectations, I stay humbled because I always remember where I come from. Like in all honesty, this rap thing in a lot of people's eyes, for me, the success that came with it and everything else, it wasn't supposed to happen. So I'll always take back where it started. I invested like this came from things I did in the streets. The money came to provide studio time and everything like that, but I did it on my own to the point I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it a different way, even if I gotta get a job, work 9 to 5, do whatever. If I want to completely take myself out of what I'm trying to get out of, I have to do it on my own. I have to make the right decision. So I can't say like what people don't know. I could have been signed a long time ago when I was a teenager, but like I tell people, I wasn't ready. I was still in the streets heavy. It was still things I was figuring out on my own. And at that time, I wasn't ready because the things I was getting into in the streets, that being in a artist in the game at that time, I don't
Hmm.
care what nobody said. Forget the internet. It was because it's different when you got to deal with reality without like little sneak previews to show you what's going on. You literally got to go out there, and I'm like, all right, mentally, I got to have myself in a place where I'm ready to deal with everything that comes with this game. Because I can't go out there and say, yo, I'm still in the streets. I'm still doing. I still got a gun on. I'm still in this. Because number one, that would have sent me and my foundation crashing and falling. I wouldn't be where I'm at now. Because either you gonna end up locked up or shot up or whatever the case may be. Nothing when you try to combine both lives, it's nothing that comes from it. Nothing positive at least.
That's true. That's true. You really have to, you really have to stay to who you are and stay true. There's a comment here that says you too real for an industry deal anyway.
That's why me and my team is independence. Like a lot of people focus on streams, they focus on views, but the thing about it, the funny thing about that, how can you be so how can you find something that can be brought so prominent in this game? Like If you're going off views and streams, how can you go off that when they can be easily bought? I get them little ads all the times in my DMs and all that stuff like that. But I don't pay that no mind. I want everything I do to be organic. My thing is, you can say, "Oh, I got 1 million views on my YouTube video." Cool. But if that's the case, I got a video on YouTube with over 5,000 views. How come in different cities, different states, and different countries, I'm known more than you if you're a million view person?
It's funny because I had a guest last week. Her name's Lady Miz. She's she's a podcaster. I couldn't even get into everything she does. She's got like a chip company. She works a normal job. She's an author. She's a rap artist. She has a music company or like a music production company, a actual production company, a book publishing company. Like she's a mentor. She does all this different stuff. And she was just had a live video talking about podcasting and bots and people buying bots, and like, and it just aligns with, excuse me, with what you're saying, that people out here just buy it, but if you're buying it, right, you're cutting yourself short, because you're cutting into your profit or whatever money you have in order to look good at the top. But if you're cutting your legs from under you, what good is it doing you?
At the end of the day, buying streams and buying views, and like you saying, buy bots. When you choose to make that decision in your career, whether you be a rapper, singer, anything, you have to understand something. You truly will never know where your demographics are coming from, where your largest fan base or your attention is coming from, or where you need to attack. You won't know how to market yourself. You're not teaching yourself anything. Because most of them bots, if you see it, they names either be a bunch of emojis, it be people from overseas, something like it's not real. So you don't know what market to attack. You don't know how to promote yourself. You don't know what area is more in demand for whatever product or whatever you do. So to me, it's like this. I like for everything I do to be organic. That's why what everything I do is more impactful. I'm known for my interviews. I'm known for my music. I'm known for my videos. So if you want to talk numbers, you can't talk numbers to me if you can't talk impact.
Mm, mm. That's a fact. That's a fact. You got to know, where you come from, and
Absolutely.
what you're doing, because like you said, you don't know where your numbers are or what people like or don't like. You're kind of just stabbing in the dark and hoping that you get it right, and a couple times you're gonna get it right, but more than likely, more times than not, you're gonna get it wrong.
There's plenty of artists I done seen with 100,000 views, streams, or whatever. You ask them who Carlito Black is, they'll know. But when you ask about the other artists, it's like, hold on, who's that? And it just goes to show you buying all that stuff didn't do nothing to benefit you at all. Because what's the benefit if you're not known? Only you can see that you got that many views, or your family, your friends, or whatever the case may be. But being in this industry, why would you want to take a shortcut that adds up to nothing? The world is too big to censor yourself locally or censor yourself around your friends and your family. The world too big for that. I remember where this all started. This started at the beginning with nothing. Now it's different cities, different states, country overseas, and different things like that. So I'm like, nobody can tell me I'm doing nothing wrong. Because if I was doing something wrong, if it wasn't meant to work the way it's working, why is the impact hitting so hard? Why is the impact so powerful?
Mm. You know when you know. That's 100%. How do you cultivate creativity in a way that feels meaningful not driven solely by trends or industry pressures.
Repeat that question one more time, bro, because I heard
You good, you good. How do you feel? How do you cultivate creativity in a way that feels meaningful, not driven solely by trends or industry pressures?
because everything I do, I let it come from my heart, mind, and soul. I don't look at everybody else and tell myself like, hey, I'm gonna do with this person, I'm gonna do with this person. Oh, that's trending right now. If it's not heartfelt, if you don't feel it in your soul, if you don't feel it in general that what you doing is for you, then it's always gonna be meaningless. I don't care. I've never been a person to follow a trend anyway. That's not my style. But I found out through personal experience when I choose to do things what that's more meaningful to me, that means a lot to me, that the impact when my music comes out more pop. Because a lot of people try to push me, like being from New York, a lot of people try to push me into the drill scene. Oh, you should do drill. You got the voice. You got this. But at the end of the day, why would I do something to promote a life that I escape? That will make me a hypocrite. Everything I talk about in my songs, it's not nothing fake and fabricated. It's everything I've been through, and that I don't glorify the street life in my songs. I tell the consequences of it. So why would I go into something where I'm saying all this and all that? Literally, I would be the biggest hypocrite. So I stick to what I know and who I am. I never jeopardize my morals and what I stand on. So that's always that kept the creativity going to me because I'm like, all right, I hear this when I hear this beat, so that's what I'm gonna go with. I don't listen to a whole bunch of artists. Oh well, Big Sean did this or Drake did this. Let me try. Nah, what would you see yourself doing? And that's what I go off. My
Mm,
life, my life has been like literally a movie, a sequel trilogy, all that. So it's like my life has literally been that crazy that I got too much that happened to me that I could go off that I can create from. So that's what I do.
mm. So you said that's what keeps you creative. What is your creative process like? Your actual process, because, and I, because especially like your music itself, it's kind of like, I don't want to say dark. It's not. I don't think it's dark. I don't know the word I'm looking for.
It's reality, reality rap, reality rap.
I like that. I like that. I know it's gonna come to me like random what I'm trying to like convey, but yeah, reality rap is good. I like that. You know, because your music it's not music where like like some people will say to like, or some people have said to me on this show like, I'll be in the shower and I'll just think of something and then they like I gotta write it down, or like I'm at work and I gotta pull out my phone and write a note to remember it. um I'm like, so like for me, your music seems like you need a different approach. You may do some of those things, but to me, like it feels to me, just from my stance, that your approach needs to be like zoned, like kind of just like I gotta like you gotta create and you gotta like be in the zone in a sense. What is your creativity like?
Anything triggers that. I can go. I can have a bad day. I can have a bad day that it piss me off, and like I might hear a beat that triggers me to be like, I'm gonna write now. I can write because I got now. I'm a rap about what just happened today that just pissed me off, and I'm a write it to the point it's understood, but also it's a positive that comes out of it. Like it's different zones. Like my manager, he my cousin, so he might hit me up and be like, "Yo, I got a beat," and from hearing the beat, I'll start freestyling about before I start writing. I'll hear the beat, I'll paint a picture, he'll throw me the concept and be like, okay. So it's anything that can trigger that creative response. Like it don't take much. Cause like literally just being somebody that can freestyle off the top of the head, that comes in handy. It's, a lot of songs you like the two projects you listen to, Internal Conflict and Real Trends, baby. The funny thing is a lot of them hooks that like you listen to, them hooks was stuck in my head for weeks. Like until I could find like some songs I would literally think of a hook way before I had the beat. And then once I hear the beat, I'll be like, all right, that's the one right there. And I'll go off it like that. But like I said, my man just last cousin, he'll hit me up. Yo, I got a beat here to go to concept. And then I'll go off that. So it's anything, anything can trigger my creative response. Like I will go off anything.
Mm.
You can lock me in the studio with a whole bunch of instrumentals. I'm you ain't no telling what'll happen. Might not never leave. I'll say that, but
How has your creative process changed since from now as opposed to when you started, if it has at all?
when I first started, it was more so I was more so angry. I was still partially in the streets, so I was more so angry. I had to get the first two mixtapes I did. I had to get a lot of anger off my chest because I was pissed off. I'm like I'm in the streets. I'm dealing with all this, and then I'm dealing with personal issues outside of music, outside of the streets. So it's just like I got to get all this off my chest first. So it was more so just getting rid of that anger. But then as time transpired, me and my manager we talked more about the mental health thing, and it was just like you still holding on to a lot of stuff. It's time to let go. So when he said that, that was like a green light for me because every beat I could find that would give me the opportunity to speak on mental health and my mental health because a lot of times a lot of people they won't listen unless you went through it. So I'm like, who better to give them an understanding perception but me, somebody who went through that suffers from mental health things and go through that. So I wanted to give the world more of an understanding by showing them I understand because I go through it.
Okay. Okay, that makes and it's that's deep because you're right. Like so, you could tell when someone, right? You could tell when someone's like not authentic, like when they haven't,
Absolutely.
no, like when they haven't been through it, and you could see kind of like oh, like what do you mean like what do you mean you haven't been through this? How can you tell me or talk about this topic and you haven't been through it? So that's something that people have to understand is you can tell when people aren't authentic and when they haven't been through it and they're just talking about it, like half of the people out there.
Exactly.
What's your perspective on the role of streaming and social media in today's music landscape?
Uh, a lot of artists these days is not using social media for what it's meant for. Use
Mm,
it strictly for promotion. Use it for promotion and to promote your music, your brand, and what you're doing. The thing with the internet, with social media, people gotta understand. You can do some ignorant stuff that will literally take away from your music, your brand, and everything you worked so hard to obtain. And that's what a lot of people' problem is. If I was to go out now and get caught in a shootout or a fight or something like that,
hmm
everything I have worked to gain, all the success I have obtained, literally, that will get put to the back burner. That will get put to the side because the only thing people focus on, well, he was out here doing this and doing that. So then it makes people question you. Like, cause what I promote PVO, which stands for Positive Vibes Only, and I promote change. I promote like awareness on mental health. I promote so much positivity. So me getting caught in some ignorant stuff, that would literally draw people attention. Like, what the hell is he doing? Like, nah, like what's going on? So you gotta use you gotta use the social media sites and the streaming. You gotta use it for what it's for, promotion. Promote yourself. That's what you gotta do. You can't. I think a lot of people they always do it because they want that it factor. They want that fact. They want to go viral and everything like that. But these days and times, trying to go viral comes with a cost. That could be the end of your career. And then once you do go viral for doing something ignorant, guess what? Now people not looking at you as an artist anymore. They looking at you as an entertainer. They want to see what you're gonna do next. To what's the next viral moment gonna be? They not even paying attention to your art no more.
Mm-hmm. You know, and that's well, you end up going viral. Um, you end up going viral for the wrong stuff.
Exactly.
You end up going, and people go, and people remember the thing you did that you went viral for, and not for what you were doing that you tried to go viral for. So if you're making
Exactly.
music and you want to go viral for that, but you go and you decide you're gonna go and beat up on a woman, well, you're gonna go viral. Just now you're
Yeah.
gonna be a woman beater. Like,
Yeah.
you know, what are some of your favorite songs of yours?
Oh man, that's a see. A lot of people ask that question, but to be honest, I can't. I have favorites. I can never say I have a. I'll never have a favorite until I'm done making music. That's how I see it. Cause I make too much music to say all right. Cause I didn't did that one time. I tried to say all right, this is my favorite. Then I made another one. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, never mind. Yeah, it threw me off. But like I gotta. I got favorites like when the love turns to hate. I got a song up there called when the love turns to hate. That's an album of mine. I got a song called Intro. That's one of my favorites. Then got Letter to My Father, Outro, Fold, Internal Conflict, Get Up, Continue to Receive with Caution, Proceed with Caution. See, I got a whole bunch of favorites,
Yeah.
but like I can't even say I got a top three, top five, top 10 because I didn't made that much music. And if I were to and sit somewhere and listen to every song, I'll be like, damn. I'll probably be confused and be like, I can't see. I'll literally have to stop making music for me to even have a top five, top 10, anything, even a top 20, because I didn't made that much music. So, like I said, I won't have favorites until I'm actually done creating music. But I have favorites that I can like say, all right, I love these records, but I don't have my top threes and all that, top fives and all that stuff like that. I don't got those yet.
Okay, fair enough. But we got a few that you like. So, you know, we good with that. Who are some people that you want to collaborate with?
Oh
Dad.
man, I just had a talk with my manager about this. Um, like I'm talking strictly like this is on me on my Brooklyn time. Jada Kiss, Jada Kiss. I want that smoke, baby. I got it. Jada Kiss, Jay Z, Eminem, um, Big Sean, Game, 50, Lloyd Banks. I any artist, J. Cole, I want smoke. Any artist that people say like lyrical and that can really do that, I want that smoke. I got and then it's more so I like for my pen to be tested. I like for my pen to be tested. Cause a lot of people they'll say like, all right, I can rap with you, bro. And then it happens, and then they be like, oh, hold on. They don't get what they was expecting. Cause me, I tell anybody, if you gonna be on a record with me, don't come with no bullshit energy. Don't do that, cause that's not gonna be no good look for you. Cause whatever your fan base know you for, and what they see you as, don't get on the track with me and get embarrassed. Like bring your A game. Let's make a fire record. Don't make no record where people be looking at you like. Last thing you want your team to look at you be like, damn, bro. Damn.
Like you got smoked on your own.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you got renegaded. Like
Exactly.
it
That's why
will.
I be
It's kind
that's
of
why I
like
give people that heads up. Anybody that collab with me on the track, I give them that heads up. Bring your A game. And it's not more so about be competitive. I more so want to fire a record. I want the record to be fired. I want people to say, yo, I can listen to both of them. Don't let me get on and do what I do, and then people be like, "Damn, I had to skip through your verse." Like I didn't want to even.
yeah, it's kind of like
See, I ain't go put nobody out there, but some people they didn't got that. They people that called. I had somebody call me about a collab, and the song wasn't mine. Somebody called me about it. They heard the song. They called me about it. They was like, "Bro," they was like, "Why you do him like that?" They was like, "Why you do that?" They was like, "That ain't even his song no more. That's yours." I'm like, "Damn."
yeah, because there's just certain songs that the featured artist comes on and just takes it, and not even like on purpose. Like it's just like, yeah, it's no longer yours, homie. It's mine now. Like it be
Exactly.
like like it be like that. But you know, just an idea. A guy I grew up with, well, went to school with. He used to live here in New York. You might have heard of him, you might not have, but he moved to Arizona. His name is Oswin Benjamin. If you ever, uh, you take a moment and just find him. He's very easy to find on Instagram. When I say this dude's a lyrical genius, like just the metaphoric language that he uses just like goes over your head, and you're just like it's one of those things where he'll like mind fuck you. But I'm telling you, if it could ever happen, make it happen. It could be
Nah, I
years from
can. I like it. I'm all for that, Lord, because I feel like there's too many people get intimidated because I can freestyle too.
now.
Like
Right.
that freestyle cipher thing. A lot of people don't do that no more because too many people get intimidated. I done walked in rooms and I'd be quiet at first. That's how that whole thing started. Like, yo, you don't want to rap with him.
It's like,
And I tell people, don't tell people that. Don't be saying that because I want to hear what they got. You say that, then they gonna get nervous. Don't make them nervous. But then it happens, and then people don't want to. I ain't rapping after him, bro. I'm not rapping. Like, come
you
on, man.
could be that guy. Like, nah, I gotta go before the hook in his verse, so people think I have a good verse, even if it's for 30 seconds. What are What are your thoughts on the current state of hip hop?
Current state of hip hop. No disrespect to nobody else, but as long as I'm in the game, it's still gonna be what it need to be. Cause with everything I put into this game, I refuse to let people let it go down the drain. Cause like I said, the impact I done left in this game, and I'm still here and I'm still working. So as long as I'm still here, it ain't going nowhere. It's just gonna keep improving. It's just gonna keep elevating. And the funny thing with hip hop now is I'll say this because I've been saying it. Now a lot of people want to go back to being lyrical. Now people want to go back to rapping again. I ain't talking about the Glorillaz and all that stuff like that, but I'm talking about as far as like a lot of artists now they trying to be lyrical again. They trying to really rap again, and it's like when you already put out so much music with gimmick rap and it's hard for people to take you serious when you because the first thing gonna come to mind who wrote that for you
Yeah,
is so I feel like with me being like and I'm not the only artist but I feel like I'm a very prominent artist in this game because everything I do is the hip hop culture it is rap it is everything this game was built off of and I haven't stopped doing what I do I haven't dumbed it down. I haven't did no gimmicks. I don't do none of that stupid stuff. I stick to what I know, and I feel like as long as I'm in this game, this game ain't going nowhere. They going to have to hate it or love it, but they damn sure going to respect it. I ain't going nowhere.
I respect that, and it ain't a disrespect. That reminds me of the line from Jadakiss. But I'm not cocky. I'm confident. So when you tell me I'm the best, it's a compliment.
People better do that, do their research. Too many people that's in this game that been saying the same thing. Like people that's fans of the and supporters of hip hop are saying Carlito Black is what the game needed. And for me to hear that coming from so many people, that's motivation and inspiration in itself. Because it's like everything you planned on doing and everything you said you was gonna do, you doing it right here now. And now that the people like it's demanding you keep doing what you're doing. It ain't no letting it up. It ain't no slacking off or nothing. They're gonna get exactly what they asked for. Like the game didn't went through some rush hard times, but I'm like I said, I'm still here. It's time to clean up the mess.
Hmm. So with that being said, what do you want your impact to be on the state of hip hop when you're done making music?
And so I want them to know it's okay to rap with substance. It's okay to really rap. You don't have to dumb yourself down for nobody. It's okay to put feelings, emotion, and energy into your records because that's what the game be lacking. You can't. It's time to separate the real from the fake artists. And with me being here, I feel like that's what it does. Because you got somebody that been in this game 8 years with 13 projects to his name, and every project you hear the elevation of the growth. So now it makes people look at all the fake artists like, all right, he been doing this for 8 years. This 13 project, this no label, no no behind the scenes investor, just hard work, hunger, dedication, and focus and I have impacted the game in the way I wanted, me and my team. So now you look at all the artists who haven't been doing that, that buy the views, that buy the streams and all that stuff like that, that you know you know they music because of the beat. You don't know they music for what they say in they songs, you know for the beat. Like,
Mm,
nah, it's time to separate the real from the fake, and that's what I'm here to do. That's what the impact is. I'm here to impact the game in a positive way, nothing less than that. I want my presence to be known and felt forever. When it's all said and done, and I decide finally to say, all right, it's time to put the pad away. I want them to know, like he was one of the best to do it.
respect. Respect. What is your favorite thing about rapping? And what is your least favorite thing about it?
My favorite thing about rapping is the fact that I can do it all. I can switch up the flow. I got the wordplay. I'm a lyricist. I can rap to any beat I want to. There's just so many options for me, but in the same breath, the thing I don't like is the gimmicks, is the thing they allow into the game. Like a lot of things that came into this game, they it's people on the outside that's not even really fans of rap or the culture that they'll say, okay, this is a part of the culture. And it's like, how can you dictate what's a part of the culture and what's not? Like, it's a lot of things you cannot include in this culture because this did not build the culture to what it needed to be. Let's make rap and hip hop what it needs to be, and let's stop saying, "Oh, because this person flashing money or this chick shaking buns or whatever." That's part of the nah. Let's make rap and hip hop what it used to be. Let's talk about something.
Let's have some substance again. We don't have that anymore.
And
We
that's
just
why
don't.
that's why I'm here, and that's why exactly I'm here because I had like I said with so many people saying what they said, just plain and simple. At this point, there's no denying what I'm capable of in this game. And like I said, the way I impacted this game, and it's not in a local area anyway. It has spread. My name, my brand, my team, my manager, we everything can spread to the point it's gravitating everywhere now. So it's like when you got that type of stuff going on, why not keep going at it? So that's what I'm here for. Everything they said the game lacking didn't have no more. I'm here to bring it back full fledged, and I won't stop until they understand that.
Mm, that's that's straight dope, and and it's good to see that because you're not gonna see the success right away, but I was watching. I seen you. They played your songs on the radio and on TV. So you definitely making some waves, and you're making them in a good way. You know, and
Patient,
you're making
patient is the
sure
key.
that people are getting off oftness authenticity. I probably know I pronounced that wrong.
Now you got it, bro. You got it.
Off, um, and that's important because people don't do that no more. They just like for example, take J. Cole's verse on oh god, what's that song? That song with Lil Yachty. What's it called? Job.
I forgot the name of the song, but he bodied his verse. I know that much.
So like, yo, to your point, when that song first came out, I would skip the Lil Yachty verse and go right to J. Cole. But then like one day I'm like, you know what? Let me listen to Yachty's verse. I know it was gonna be awful. I knew I was going to hate it. But there was a bar in there where he said, like I ain't do I ain't do nothing, like I ain't push the culture. I'm like, what have you done, bro? But bring negative energy to it. Maybe not negative energy, but you've brought a level of rap that has become acceptable.
Exactly.
And,
Gimmicks,
and
gimmick rap.
yeah, it's horrible. Just like, when I see these lists of the greatest groups and the Migos is number 11 over people like EPMD, over people like Black Star, Black Moon, over the Far Side,
But
over
but that's but that's the problem within the culture right now, and that's the problem within the game. A lot of people sit there and they like a lot of these artists. They slack off and they feed into these lists, and it's opinionated. Instead of worried about what's on these lists, keep putting that work in. That's all you got to do. Because you could say that's somebody. They not going off skill. They not going off impact. They going off streams. They going off views. They
popularity.
going off things like that. Things that really hold no serious value within this culture. They not going off the impact or nothing like that. That's why it's like, okay, you making these lists, but really, what are you making these lists off? It's nothing promising. It's all, oh, he got this many streams. He got this many views. He it's nothing that matters within in the culture, and that's the problem. Like I don't pay attention to them lists because I done seen some of them lists and they make me laugh because it's like certain artists y'all putting at the bottom definitely deserve to be way up on that list. But I'm like, what can I expect from people that's giving their opinion? I like if you ask a kid that's not really in tune with what hip hop is, who's a better artist between Jada and maybe Playboy Cardi, they'll Playboy Cardi definitely and this what happens when people don't take the time to educate themselves on real hip hop, what real hip hop is. Like that's why I don't listen to the radio. Yes, I get played on the radio. I don't listen to the radio because the artists that really have that substance, that really have something to talk about, that's actually really rapping, they don't get played on the radio. So
Hmm.
you have to go to. That's when you have to tap into these streaming sites. See, I listen to the streaming sites. I have on multiple playlists on different streaming sites because I like to listen to real music. I like to listen to real rap. I don't like to listen to gimmick rap. I'm not a fan of it at all. When it first came out, me and my cousin, we from Brooklyn and Staten Island. We had a track called Do More, and it was literally death of mumble rap. That like Literally, somebody tried to take the idea, steal it. Well, we ain't gonna get to that because that got fixed. But it was just you can't expect people with no knowledge of what hip hop really is to. That's why there's so much conflict, so much arguments on who started this, who did this, or whatever the case may be, and people not focus on what's important, and that's the
Absolutely.
culture in general. What can we do to better the culture? What can we do to add on to the culture to make the culture stand tall as a powerful foundation? People like when you argue and all that stuff, you're taking away. Nobody want to hear a bunch of arguing. Let's add on to the culture. Let's build the culture back to what it needs to be. Let's stop worrying about everything irrelevant. Because the problem with a lot of artists is they give irrelevant things attention instead of focus on what's important, which is the craft.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, it.
I'll say this: ain't no way in hell that Nas, Eminem, artists of that age should be whooping ass the way they whooping ass. But this is what happens when you in your early 30s, your early 20s, 19, and you don't pay attention to your craft. When you don't better your craft, when you too busy arguing about, oh, I deserve to be this and they deserve to call. Man, I've been in this game 8 years. If that was the focus of, if that's what I was doing, I wouldn't be where I'm at.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And and like you said, there's no reason for those things. Like people just like they just don't get it because now you got all these young cats come in here and they just make money. They make millions of dollars to talk about nothing. But you got a guy like you or a guy like anyone, whoever you want to take who has substance and some actual art behind their work and they're not even like breathed in or even thought about.
You know what's powerful about that though? For all the money you make, when all that money is said and gone, the question will be, what would they remember you for? I know what they'll remember me for. I already know my spot going to forever be solidified. But when all the money is gone, when the chains get pawned, when the car get repossessed, when you go from the mansion back to the park, the question of the matter is, what will you be remembered for? Will you be remembered for the moment, or will your remembrance carry longevity?
Mm. So we're almost to the end here, and that's a powerful thing to say. And with that said, I want to ask you if you had goal, one goal, one everlasting thing that's gonna sit in people's minds about Carlito Black for his music, what would that one thing be that you would want to be remembered for?
Plain and simple. One of the realest to do it.
Mm.
That's why I give one of the realest to do it.
And if you had to pick one goal, one goal to be like your biggest thing. And what I mean, like when I say that, because it's kind of open ended, really haven't figured out how to ask this more closed. Is if you had to pick one goal, one thing that you want to do, whether it be remembered as like one of the greatest albums ever, like The Chronic, let's just say, or if you want to sell out Madison Square Garden or sell out a whole tour, what would be one goal or feat you'd want to accomplish in your career of that stature?
Uh, that's a good one. I done did the billboards. I done did rocking arenas, but that worldwide tour would be everything for me to go all over the world and and knowing that all over the world I have different fan bases and be able to hit them stages and even the people in foreign countries that practice the English just so they can know the words to the song. That'd be dope. It's like my energy comes from the people. Like I dropped that internal conflict project beginning of this year, and I plan on dropping two more projects before this year is over. But I can literally 110% say the people have promoted that internal conflict project so heavy. Like I do my interviews, I been on my promo run, but the love, the support from the people all over the place has been too real. And I one day, and it's gonna happen. Mark my words. I'm gonna do that worldwide tour, and everywhere I go, I'm tearing up that stage. That's definitely a goal. I gotta do it.
Mm. And you know that's just it. You know, we all have goals and ambitions. You know, always got to look to what's next.
Absolutely.
Have you thought of doing any ambitions or anything outside of music?
Um, me and my cousin, we talked about going into business. Cause he do his drink thing. Shout out to Knack Stars, Knack Crackers. He make his drinks. I thought about like once things get into order, cause things will get in order, cause we working hard and the work is paying off. I definitely want to go into business with him as far as his drinks. Be his first investor. Get them drinks into the stores. Open up a restaurant. Actually, I want to open up a build. I want to get a building, but inside of the building, I want to put a recording studio, a dance studio, and a place where art can be done. So I
Mm.
I want to do something like that because I I draw. I used to dance. I done got older, so dad bod stopped me from dancing like I used to. But I definitely want to build something, construct something that gives hope. That I always said and my grandmother, rest in peace, her, she always said you gonna do something special with your voice, with your talents, with your gifts, and I always told myself I'm gonna be one that bring hope to the hopeless. So it's a lot of things I got that's like everything I do, even with the music, is deeper than rap. It's never been just about music and rap. For me, rap is therapy. It's also my second chance. It's the hope that was given to me in a place that was hopeless. So why not turn that gift around and become someone that can give hope to the hopeless myself? Because that's blessings on top of blessings. That's how I look at everything. And with that whole idea of going out there, making that building spot and all that stuff like that, I feel like that'll be a dope idea. Dance studio, art place, and a studio all in one. Come on, me being it, I'll pop up here and there. Gotta find some real trustworthy people to believe. Shout out to my bro. That's I mean Armando right there, Zan Brandon. He a dope artist. Shout out to him. Me and him got a couple records. He definitely a dope artist. He a dope artist.
Man, well, so you definitely have some ventures. You definitely have a lot of a positive mindset. You definitely have a lot going for you. You know, I appreciate you coming on my platform.
Oh, no problem, bro. Appreciate the opportunity. This is dope.
You know, I hope you'll come back.
Oh,
Um,
definitely.
and I hope
I,
you'll visit my other show when you release a project. It's called Mike's Music Corner. And what we do on that show is you tell me, like, hey, I'm going to release this project. I listen to it and we break down song by song, each song, you
oh,
know.
so all right. Since I'm doing two projects before this year is over, I'll definitely be on the show to present. I'll probably present the Deeper Than Rap EP up there. Definitely gotta do that. Nah, bro, we locked in. Just know that we locked in. You'll see my name popped up when you're doing shows, and we can definitely have Ryan up here because Ryan was in the comments heavy. Salute to him. Salute
Absolutely.
to him.
Absolutely. And also, you know, I'm starting to work with, I know you do your thing, starting to work with this company called All Right Entertainment. and they're helping me with my podcast. I'll be doing some stuff with their artists, some A&R work, some manager work as well. But one thing I'm trying to do is bring a showcase up to where we are. So once I get some numbers, I'm gonna reach out to you, see what it looks like, and if you would.
Hold on. I'll tell you this now. I got you. Just let me know a date. Let me know the date. I'm there.
Yeah, it's in the early stages. I'm personally aiming to do it next summer.
I
Um,
ain't going nowhere, bro. Summertime, a beautiful time.
you
That's
know,
Gemini season anyway. So let's do it.
I'm the king of the Geminis, as my wife would
Oh,
say.
you're a Gemini too.
Yeah, May 31st.
June 7th.
Oh, you see, we're a week apart.
See, see, there we go. My
And
son,
today,
he May 21st.
oh,
He got the same birthday as Biggie, May 21st.
dang. So see, we all in there, locked in.
Definitely.
So I end each episode with a positive ending message. That's a message from you to whoever's in the comments still, or who's watching, or who may watch this back. Anything uplifting from you to them. The floor is yours.
Number one, I want to salute to everybody that was tuned in, tapped in, that gave positive feedback. Appreciate all the love and support, and do not question your greatness if you ain't pushing yourself to achieve greatness. If that makes sense, do not question your greatness if you ain't pushing yourself to achieve it. Go out there and do something with your life. Life is way too short to waste. Go out there and do something promising and prominent with your life. Stop sitting around letting life pass you by and get out there and do something positive. Because it's a lot of people out here these days that's not doing anything. They just complaining. They being miserable. They letting life pass their body, wasting time. Get out there and do something with your life while you have the chance and the opportunity to do something with your life. Because there's plenty of people that wish they did or still had that opportunity. While you have it in your grasp, get out there and make the best of your life. No questions asked, no excuses. Because we only got one life to live. So my words to anybody that's tuned in, that's locked in, make the best of it.
Hmm. We can't go wrong with that. Carlito, it was an honor, my brother.
Now salute to you, bro. Appreciate you.
We're gonna be locked in for sure. I don't know if you watch sports, but if you
I
do,
do.
well, we gotta get you on the sports show one day, man. We gotta
Oh
get
yeah,
you on.
we definitely. Like I said, we locked in now, bro. Put right up here too, cause that's a bro. We put my man up here too, but I'm gonna be tuned into your sports one, and when it's time, and I drop that project, I'm gonna be in on the next one. We gonna lock in.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So we definitely gonna make it happen. I want to thank everyone for their support. I want to thank everyone for coming or tuning in. Anyone who's watched, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I forget to say that every week. I could probably have four times the amount if I said that every week. But I just subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll be back
Definitely.
Thursday. Lee Double O will be on the show. And yeah, next Tuesday I get to have fun. I get to pull two episodes. It's gonna be a little
I'll be tuned in. I'll be watching.
two episodes next Tuesday, back to back, one at 6, one at 8. But you know what? If I want to take off in this world, I got to do what I got to do. So, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Carlito, it was an honor, my brother. Thank you to the
No problem,
audience.
bro. No problem.
Yes, sir. Everyone, have a good night. We'll see you soon.